welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a process that pretty much universally causes a major headache and breaking it down into a smooth, step-by-step rescue mission. We're going to master exactly how to navigate the somewhat complex system of paying a traffic ticket online in King County, Washington. So if you've got a citation sitting on your kitchen counter right now, just staring at you, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's get that handled.
Picture this. You're cruising along, maybe you're running just a tiny bit late, and suddenly, boom, you see those flashing red and blue lights in your rearview mirror. Or, maybe you check your mail and find a surprise photo enforcement ticket waiting for you. Your heart totally sinks. Listen, it happens to the best of us. But receiving the citation, that's really only the first part of the problem. The real challenge is making sure you handle it promptly and through the correct channels so you don't accidentally make a bad situation even worse.
And I really cannot overstate the urgency here. In King County, a traffic infraction is a non-criminal offense, which is great because it means you aren't facing jail time, but you are on a very strict countdown. You absolutely must respond within 15 days from the date the ticket was issued. If you just toss it in a drawer and think, I'll deal with this later, it triggers what the court calls an FTA, or a failure to respond. And trust me, you don't want that. It leads to heavy additional penalties and can seriously mess with your driver's license.
So here is our game plan for today. We're going to decode your ticket, figure out how to find the right court, navigate the online payment portals, explore some offline alternatives just in case, and finally, look at a really helpful consolidation program if you happen to have multiple tickets. Let's jump right in.
Okay, step 1. Let's decode that traffic ticket. Before you even think about touching a keyboard, you've got to do a little fact-finding mission on the physical ticket itself. Grab your ticket and look for these specific details. You need your exact 9-digit citation number, the offense date, and your license plate number. But honestly, the absolute most critical piece of data to find is the issuing agency and the assigned court. If you try to pay in the wrong online portal, your record simply won't show up, and you'll be left wondering if the system is broken.
Which brings us perfectly to step 2, finding the right court.
Here is the biggest complication when it comes to King County. The court system is highly decentralized. There is no magical, universal pay my ticket button for the whole county. It entirely depends on who pulled you over. If you were cited by the Washington State Patrol, the King County Sheriff, or police in cities like Bellevue, Burien, or Redmond, your ticket goes to the King County District Court. But if you were ticketed in Seattle, Kent, Renton, Federal Way, Tukwila, or Kirkland, well then you are dealing with independent municipal courts.
So to contrast these two systems clearly, a ticket issued in Seattle is handled completely differently than one issued in Bellevue. The Seattle Municipal Court has its own dedicated portal, where you can search by your citation number or even your driver's license. Meanwhile, the King County District Court has its own centralized e-filing portal. You have to match the court listed on your ticket to the correct digital doorway, otherwise you're literally just going to be spinning your wheels.
All right, let's move on to step 3, actually navigating these payment portals.
Once you know you're at the right court's website, the online payment part is actually pretty straightforward. Make sure you're on a secure, private Wi-Fi connection and head to the King County District Court e-filing portal. First, you'll be prompted to select a search parameter, like that 9-digit ticket number we found earlier. Next, carefully type that exact data in. Finally, you'll process your payment using an e-check or a credit card. Oh, and a huge pro tip here. Always download or screenshot your final receipt. You want hard proof that the payment actually went through for your own records.
But what if you belong to one of those independent municipal courts we talked about, like Kent or Tukwila? Well, these courts often use third-party gateways to process their payments. A super common one is a platform called N-Court. You definitely need to be aware that using these independent portals means you'll get hit with additional percentage-based fees. Depending on the city, you can expect a transaction processing fee ranging anywhere from 3% to 6%. Basically, it covers their system maintenance and merchant costs.
Okay, step 4. What if the internet is down or you just prefer old-school methods?
You have absolutely got fallback options, so don't panic. For the King County District Court, you can just pick up the phone and call their toll-free number at 1-844-399-5259. Just have that 9-digit ticket number handy. You can also mail in a payment. Just enclose a check or money order in U.S. funds made payable to the King County District Court and write your infraction number on it. But please, hear me on this. Do not ever send cash in the mail. And lastly, you can just walk in and pay in person at any KCDC location, Monday through Friday between 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m.
Now, a quick but very serious warning for anyone thinking about using checks or e-checks. $35. If you process an e-check online or mail a physical check and it gets returned for non-payment, meaning it bounces, you are going to get hit with a $35 service charge. But way more importantly, the court literally treats a bounced check as a failure to respond. So not only are you out an extra $35, but you're right back in the danger zone for missing your 15-day deadline. Always double-check that the funds are actually in your account.
All right, our final section, dealing with multiple tickets.
Look, life gets overwhelming sometimes. You might have multiple citations hanging over your head from a few different jurisdictions. And honestly, that can feel completely paralyzing. But there is a vital program you need to know about called Court UP, which stands for the Unified Payment Program. This is a total lifeline. It's an interest-free, consolidated repayment program specifically designed for drivers dealing with multiple traffic or parking fines scattered all across King County. It basically takes a chaotic multi-ticket nightmare and turns it into one single, manageable process.
The benefits of Court UP are honestly huge. First off, it consolidates your payments, so you aren't trying to juggle logins for Kirkland, Seattle, and the district court all at once. Even better, once they receive your very first payment, the program actually removes traffic fine-related holds on your license with the Department of Licensing. That means it literally helps you reinstate your driving privileges. And the costs are super reasonable. There's just a $7 monthly processing fee, and you only have to make a minimum monthly payment of $25. It's a structured, realistic path to getting your record completely clear.
So, are you ready to get this sorted out and clear your record? We've decoded the ticket, we've navigated the courts, and we've covered all the payment avenues. Please do not let that 15-day window expire. Grab your citation right now and jump into the correct portal to get it over with. And hey, for the future, the absolute easiest way to deal with traffic fines is just avoiding them entirely, right? So double-check those speed limit signs, stay aware of your surroundings, and put the phone away while you're driving.
Just a quick reminder as we wrap up. This explainer is meant to be a helpful guide to King County procedures, but it is not legal advice. Court URLs and fees can and definitely do evolve over time, so always verify everything on the official county websites. Thank you so much for joining me today. It really makes you wonder, as all of our systems become increasingly digital, how much more streamlined could our municipal services become in the next 5 or 10 years? Drive safely, stay curious, and I'll catch you on the next one.